What's going on with it? There it is. Okay. I'm looking a little ragged this morning, aren't I? I need a haircut and a beard trim. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back to Follow Our Fisher channel. My name's Phil Fisher. And it's a Thursday morning here. I've got the crud, as per usual. It feels like in winter. Every time the cold front comes through. It is finally in the 40s Fahrenheit here. Sunny Florida, so it's just very cold. And then the power went out last night. We got coffee. We got layers on. We should survive. That's the hope anyway. Just do this up. It's a little better. Yeah, we're just here. We're gonna work on this B-17 a little more. It needs a lot of love. And I kind of hate this kit, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah. So a couple things about this kit. One, once again, I'm sorry I'm sick. Is I lost the bomb bay. I have no idea where it is. So I've had to close up the bomb bay, which has been not ideal, but it's fine. Everything's fine. So it's sitting here in between these 2 points. We got our cockpit done, so this will just slide in here. So so that actually fits pretty well. I'm kind of happy with that. These decals are really old. I kind of hate Academy decals. I'm not in love with them. But we got that done. I mean, it came out okay. For the most part. Wow, I didn't realize all that cray is so bad down there. Yeah, son of a gun. I didn't think I put that much on it. Well, it'll all be hidden. It's gonna be a nightmare. You can't see any of this stuff back. Once this is in, you're not seeing the bottom of anything. Not seeing jack squat. So it doesn't really matter. There we go. So that'll be that. Got our little glass canopy here. Single piece glass canopy. This will sit on top like so. So this will need to be masked and sprayed. Got this piece here, which is another piece of clear plastic. The bubbles. This is only on the early B-17s. I think the E and after do not have these. These are just side doors. Or you know, rectangular windows and not these round ones. I wonder if this design ethos... No, I don't know. Because that would have been later. I was going to say the Comet. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't really matter. We got this going. So we got our body halves. On top of losing the bomb bay, I lost an engine. So we'd have to get some upgraded engines. The good news is kind of the D and after. Nothing radically changed about the engine. Some of the superchargers and that sort of stuff changed a little bit. But not really the engines themselves. So these are the perfect replacement for this plane. Even though they say G, it should be fine. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. And then we got our landing flaps photo etch. So we got that going for us. We got some landing gear to clean up. We'll get this ready for prime. God, I'm sick. This dog. We've got wheels, brakes, and at least I think our brakes, I don't know what these are. They go on the inside of the wheel. I'm assuming it's a brake. Tail wheel. That'll all go. And we have one of these flaps put together so far. I think we'll glue this one today, and we'll do the other one today. These are super delicate and a pain in the butt, but it actually came out easier than I thought it was going to. So that is a good thing. I don't know if you guys could see this. Probably won't let you. There it is. Oh, no, closer. There. So you can see these fins got rotated up. Yeah, there you go. And, yep. These will probably just get glued here. I mean, I don't know what the overhang is. We'll probably cut it, I'm guessing. I'm really hesitant. Because looking at this, okay, right. And I keep looking at this, thinking the secret's gonna come to me. I think I just gotta do it. So we got our wings half put together, right? This piece slots in here. Well, not like that, but like against this here. And I'm thinking about maybe, I don't know, putting some putty or something in so this actually stays up like that, right? The supports go back along here. There's like 12 of them per side. So these guys here. And then this whole structure here, once glued together, will hang down like so. Like this. And then supporting the inside. So this is really that long. It's not. So this would be for the other side, I believe. Yeah. Either way. So you guys get kind of how this works. This will be hanging out here. We got our landing flaps. That'll look pretty sweet. Hopefully. If I do the justice. So here's what I say. Let's clean the guns. We'll do some photo etch. We'll get that hopefully glued together. And then we'll go from there. But I don't really have a gross plan. Other than just keep going. And if we get this one done, we have our P61, which is half in the air booth. But I think that's a pretty kit. I really like that kit. It's a Revel. I almost said Marvel, but it's not. It's a Revel. Revel Studios. Looking back, I almost wish I'd gone for the upgraded guns here. Not terrible, but they're not good either. They're definitely just a block with a barrel on them. Could have at least tried to give them a little texture. Sorry, I'm just going to push this back a tiny bit. Don't think we're in our way. No, we're good. We're good. Everything's fine. Ah. All right. Those look good. Check out our landing gear. I think I'm also going to glue these in. I know people said, I don't know. I don't think... I'd love to do the wings without having a landing gear in. That would be the ideal result, right? That way I can flip them around. I can worry about priming and painting and like I can do everything and then post glue the landing gear in. But I don't... And I was watching someone's build review of this kit, and they said, you know, looking back at it, they would have loved to have done this the other way, in that they put this landing gear in after post hoc. I just don't see how. Like, I guess you can do it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I guess you could do it. My biggest thing is this, but you would have to do it before you glue the engines on, maybe. There. Nope, see? I don't know. I think we could do it. We might just have to be angry at it, or something. We might just have to muddle through it. But let's leave them off for now, I guess. We'll try it post hoc. All right. So there you go. So we do want to take this pin off. That out of there. Won't be needing it. Beautiful. And I say we start gluing this stuff together, I guess. I don't know what else to do with it. That way we can do a lot of shaping and stuff, because I don't think this is going to fit particularly well, but we at the very least need that landing gear till we can have the plane and put the plane together, the fuselage. So I'll tell you what, let's get these glued. Why do I feel like I'm going to regret this? I mean, there's nothing else left in this kit that I think I really need it for. You know what? I wonder if they do come from the inside. So we can't even have the plane yet. Alright. So, because of the B-17, it's got tiny little windows friggin' everywhere, right? These little window guys, so you can look out on the wings and check all sorts of stuff with the plane. I did pick up some new canopy glue, because the canopy glue I had, it was like, I don't know, 10 years old. We'll see how old this is. This is a tester's one. Does not say. Didn't bother checking the package, so that's on me. So, we do have our canopy glue, which means we can glue in our clear parts, which is good. What are you doing, sir? Dogs be in trouble. So we got all this glued in. The thing I have to, these small ones could go in whenever. They're fine. And I'm gonna want to get some liquid mask, just because I don't trust myself to tape these all down. And once they're in place, I don't want to put any knife pressure on them, because they're going to be really tiny, and this stuff isn't known for being particularly strong. It's known for being clear, which is what we want, but it's not particularly strong. So if I start putting my knife on these tiny windows to cut out mask for them, they're just going to pop out the plane. And I'm screwed because the plane's now together, right? Because I'm not going to mask until everything's together. These I have to mask ahead of time. Probably paint ahead of time and glue in ahead of time, so they'll just be masked straight. The whole thing would be masked. And then the tail. And then the little cone at the end here. And that's just wings. There's nothing that gets glued in the wings except for the landing gear. Once again, people said this could be done post. We'll see about that. We got our wheel, landing gear struts. Behind landing gear lights. I guess these are the landing gear lights? I don't know. Turbochargers, superchargers. I guess superchargers, not turbochargers. But yeah, these will go underneath here. We got some, what looks like some intakes. The wing lights, it looks like. So that's not too bad. And then the rest of the canopy. The tail's already glued in. Do the wing, guns, radio aerials. Radio aerials connect here to the top of the tail and back. Bomb bay is closed. We've got, I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of sensor. Get this little pitot tube. The gun, the belly gun, and the cone. Now this has the cone in clear, but I have no idea, like, if that's a light or if it's supposed to be a light. Do I paint that light? Does not say. It says tailwheel black, bomb bay doors, chrome green. Go figure. Just like everything else. But all right, so we'll get these cleaned up, get these ready for prop. The guns are all cleaned. Our wheel assemblies are cleaned. Let's get this. Well, you know what? I don't think you even brought up Streamer Bot today. So hopefully no one redeemed anything. I don't think so, but if you did, I will return your bits to you. Looks pretty good. It'll be hidden in the plane. That doesn't really matter. All right. So that's good. More landing gear. See what we can do. We'll do landing gear in a separate bottle here. Let's do something like this. Not in love with that. There we go. Now, I don't know where the rest of these go. This particular plane doesn't have a lot of armament. You'll notice a couple things about it. No one's gonna suck. This. the remainder of the old sticky tack. It's getting like really gummy. I kind of want you propped up. I want to be able to see the sides. Yeah. This sounds like Machinarium. A very cute point and click adventure game. Very stylistic. No, it is actually Monument Valley, I think. So where was? Oh yeah. So yeah, not a lot of guns. Two very iconic B-17 emplacements that you don't see on this. One, top turret. Usually sits back here behind the captain's position, behind the bomb bay. Usually, I think it's it might be right behind the initial wall. Might be here, but I think that opens directly into the bomb bay. I think the navigator room and the turret's like back here. Or navigator's here, at least in this, sitting up here next to the bomber. No turret here. And no ball turret, right? There should be a ball turret. At least, you know, late war, that's what we expect. So the one thing I do have to give this kit is the body actually marries really cleanly. Look at this. The worst I've had to do is the bomb bay doors themselves. You can see even there's still a little bit of a gap. So we could probably try to get that down a tiny bit more. I just don't know where it's coming from. I think this side. But yeah, really clean on that front. I've been really happy with that. On that, it has been clean. Everything else I hate about this kit. I'm not in love with the detail. Even the upped detail, I'm not like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, that's a little better. That's just a little more flush. I mean, once we prime and paint, like there's going to be a few layers of paint here. This will clean up pretty well. So we're going to do some panel lining. We're going to do some not panel lining, pre-shading. I mean, we will do panel lining post probably, but we do want to do some pre-shading, which is where we prime the whole thing white. I know there's just some gray primer on here for now. That's really more to check out fit and that sort of stuff. So the pre-shading, we'll paint everything white. We'll come in, we'll spray the panel lines with black and give them a higher contrast so that they stick out a little more. And then we'll come over. So this will be fun. Ugh, I hate it. The next thing that's going to happen is an aluminum coat. The next thing that's going to happen after that is going to be our chipping medium. And then finally, our U.S. Air Force olive drab, which is the color, right? If these guys weren't really... If the B-17 wasn't done in raw aluminum, which a lot of the late ones are, they were just like, screw it, we don't... Doesn't matter. Don't even paint them. Just get them out there. Actually, a lot of late war planes were like that. And some early war, but late war, they were really just like, doesn't matter. Especially after the Air Forces were kind of wrecked. We really didn't care anymore. But that'll allow us to get our chip layer in, but also get the pre-shading of the metallic of the pre-shade. To be honest, we don't even probably have to do the pre-shade. We could just panel line post hoc and be done with it. But I do want to do a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a little bit of chipping around the wing edges, leading edges, maybe along some of the control surfaces. I think would be fun. And then the roots of the wings. where the steps would be. So this would be here. Actually, you don't get that on a B-17 a whole lot because they're not climbing up there. Now that I think about it. And some of the smaller planes, right? You're climbing up the back of the wing to get in the cockpit. But in this case, you're not doing that. I think you actually come up through the landing gear. No, not in this. So you'd come in through the side. Yeah, I don't think there's like a drop-down hatch in the front like in others. But yeah, so I think that's pretty good. We're doing okay so far. I don't hate it. We're recovering. We're recovering. All right, let's do the photo etch now that we've got that set. I hate this photo etch. Phil hates this photo etch. So you actually see here B-17D CD landing flaps. This is an Eduard kit from 95. And luckily I found some dude that had it fairly cheaply. I'm hesitant to even say how much. Because this part, at this point, between these two pieces, this is worth more than the kit itself. At least in the aftermarket. It's kind of wild. But, yeah, that's what it is. This kit's not... I should badmouth it. Someone at Academy is going to cry. They're like, that was the kit I worked on. It is not my favorite kit. I'm actually really looking forward to being done with it. Jamini. Just cutting this out. Yeah, I bought bloody PE scissors. They're slower than this. Thankfully, these aren't. I've had some pretty heavy photo etch. Like, to me, a photo etch can be pretty heavy sometimes. That could just be a pain in the butt. There we go. Alright. So I like to save this stuff. You never know when you need to make like a bracket or something. Then what I've been doing is I've been folding. Okay. So this is a pain in the butt. Welcome to my life. We've got our photo etch bender and our razor here. This over here. Before we start, I wanted to get these on something here. Get this dog hair out of here. There we go. Okay. So we are pretty much set for our prime of our next phase. That's good. I want to clean this up. So we're using a very cheap flat file. I forget, I bought these as a set from Amazon. There's a bunch of different ones. I'm just using this flat one to try to clean up some of these edges, trying not to bend the hell out of them. It's hard to do sometimes with this stuff. So it's more important you just kind of go light. Nice and easy. You can also do this if you don't mind tearing up your files. Not your files, but your your emery boards there. You can also use an emery board, something like this. But these tend to get chewed up, like they'll start cutting into the... But it will work. And it's a little more delicate. PE. Yeah, there you go. See? Nice and easy. But in terms of taking down the big barbs, I'm going to use this flat file here. This is what I use this for. I use this for computer, you know, white metal models, and then photo etch. Some actually got pretty close, like this guy here. That can be essentially sanded. This one here, we'll take this down a little bit here. Oof. Music's too epic. Okay. The worst part is this one's like far, it's in the middle, far from like the support to the rest of the piece, so it's just moving. It's just moving. Riveting stuff here, guys. Sanding some photo etch. There it is. That's how we do. And this piece at the end here. There we go. Feels pretty good. Check this side. Just this last piece here. My trouble part right there. You love to be a pain in the butt, but you're gone now. There it is. Good deal. Okay. So, God, this bloody piece. I hate these. So, what we're gonna have to do, very, very carefully vise this in here. Normally this isn't an issue, and I can do this by hand. But in this case, we have to fold these outer edges 180 degrees. They sandwich in on themselves. And it's just such a nightmare. I could not imagine doing this by hand. I do a little bit of it by hand, but what we're going to do is we're going to get underneath it, and we're going to start popping it like this. Right along those scores. We'll do the same thing down here. What a pain in the butt. So, not quite. And to be honest, I actually bought a second bender. I bought a wide bender, particularly for this, because I have to do this in two pieces, and it kind of bends the middle in a way I don't really love. So I'm a little frustrated that that apparently is shipping from China, and I won't get it till February, like, which isn't that far away, I guess. But okay, so now we got this bent. I'm gonna start gently folding it in on itself here, very, very carefully. There are, I think, 4 or 5 points here where it's actually attached. I know, right? Hey, Shadow Van Dark, how you doing, buddy? No. Oh, see, that's exactly what I didn't want to have happen. Dinner already? Okay. I was gonna be like, it can't be that late. Yeah, we're working on this Academy B-17D kit here. The swoosh. Box is too big to get on camera, really. We got our bodies, we got our wings, and we're doing the these are the landing flaps. So this will be the underside of the wing. These will be glued together and then held down like this. So those will be the landing flaps. You're a sim guy, you know what the hell landing flaps are. Let's see. Welcome in. Also, we do this. Skoto.
It's just like,
Welcome in, Raiders. And thank you, Litzy.
What? You and Matties are going to be in the same competition? Is this the September one that we were talking about at his birthday? Are we already there with time? Oh my god.
Hopefully everyone's staying warm today. I forget that like half my audience is Europeans and they're already cold. And I'm just the Floridian, like the tropical dude who gets a cold day and he's like, God, it's cold. And y'all are just like, and so we live in this. Especially when you start talking to the Swedes and the Finns and the Norse folks. Like, yeah, and? Yeah, I bet the heck out of it. Ah, guys, I've ruined it. Let's see if we can fix this. Still 0C, yeah. See what I mean? It's still not 0C here, and I'm already griping about it. You know, we might actually have snow, according to the forecast. Yeah, I stream at like 6 a.m. Skoda. I am a morning person. Very much so. Exactly. Yes. That is it. The dogs have been out. They've had their breakfast. They went back to sleep. Usually on the weekends, my wife will sleep in. I let her sleep in. So it's like this is the uninterrupted time. This is the nice, calm. Yep. Exactly, Shadow. Yep. That's what it is. And to be honest, it mostly came from, I don't work till 8. So yeah, I mean, I got work in an hour and a half, but the thing is like I used to start work at like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. before I got a 9-to-5 office job. There you go. Yeah, getting all the. That's usually my 5 a.m. get everyone up, get the dogs fed, get the wife lunch packed, get her out the door, make coffee, and then I could sit, which is usually why it's like 5:30, 5:45 before I could actually hit start stream. But it makes the most sense to me. Yeah, when I was working at the fish house, we would open at 6 a.m. So I would be there at 5:30 prepping for open. So I never, I've always been up at 5. Like, it's just not something new. And in high school, I actually got up even earlier because I had a 2-hour commute. And I had what we would call a 0 period class. So like a class that started before first period. It was AP biology. So my senior year, I was getting up at like 4:30 in the morning. Just because I had a 2-hour commute. And that, you know, I took public transit the whole way. So you always give yourself like a half hour at a time. You know, that was a fun time. I took a bus, a boat, and a train to high school. That was. But that was high school, and that was like a very specific case. Most of the time, it was 8 a.m. It was only because I took that AP Bio course that I was up that early. But even then, I think I was still taking like a 7 o'clock ferry or something. Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's not something I would say, go do this, it'll build character. No, it sucked. It was terrible. I don't ever want to see anyone have to do that. So I will say that. How about that? Does it build character? Sure. Should it have to? No, it shouldn't. Like, we could do other things. We have technologies. I can't really see, man. I need new glasses so bad. All right, let's try this. This looks better. I don't know what to tell you, Yuna. I was in New York City. So there was no. I don't know if you guys know this, but there are bridges on and off. So I grew up in Staten Island. I grew up in New York City. And there are 2 ways to get off the island. I mean, for us plebeians, right? There are helicopter ports, and that's there is no airport. There used to be a small airfield, like for light aircraft, but not for like commercial travel, right? So you either go off by bridge or by boat. And the bridges in Staten Island, the toll is like $25. And that's not a joke. That's, let's see what the, what's the Narrows toll up to now? Oh good, it went down. Okay. So the toll on the Narrows with an Easy Pass as a non-Staten Island resident is $7.46. And then if you are a resident, it goes to about $3. And then non-New York Easy Pass or toll by mail and charge by plate is $11.19. It used to be $20, but I think they worked something out in the budget where it got much better. But it's still like very expensive. Yeah, here it's saying Arizona Bridge today. Oh, that's for a 2-axle truck. Motorcycles $450, passenger cars $10.17. 2-axle truck commercial $2.17. Up to a 6-axle truck, so a semi, a bigger semi, I should say, double trailing, $26.45. So not cheap, So you took public transit because no one wants to drive, especially in New York. Let's say you even get to where... Hey, what do you have? Really? That's like metals. Thomas dog. He's gonna kill me. Anyway, Phil's transit rant over. Let's finish this photo etch here. Yeah, it's still friggin' jank. It's still stupid jank. Yeah, we will just have to deal. So, oh, let's see. What were you working on today? Sorry, before I got into this silly rant about transit. Yeah, see, that's so broken. What did I do here? There we go. Whew. I don't know about that. But if you say so, I will trust your judgment. There we go. Forest friend. Oh, that sounds sick. Is it for is it a game or is it just like a display figure? Okay. Can't keep you out of it, can we? Kapunky. And you learn stuff all the time, every day. Never heard of this, but it sounds cool. And let's see, you have great taste in miniatures, so I will have to look this up. Yeah. Shoot it. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Everybody, if you're not checking out Litzy, friend of channel, awesome painter, better painter than me. There's all sorts of stuff. From GW to this squirrel. Last week she was working on, I think, the Joy Toy Space Marine, painting it as Blood Angels. No. Oh, nice. Dark Angels. I always forget to do. Blood Angels are green, right? Dark Angels are the red ones. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm so bad at GW faction stuff. Dark is the green. Yes. Okay. Oh. Blood is red. That's right. It was red and then you painted it green. Here we go. See ya. Oh, this is so stinking cute. This has no right being this cute. Guys. What the hell is it? Nope. Why won't this one load? Sorry, I'll brain fart for a moment here. The hell? There it is. Okay. That is so cute though. Look at that. I love this this like filigree and detail on the book. That's really cool. And I love the purple, and it's going to be like a red squirrel. I think it's awesome. He's got the little bindle. Looks like a bottle. Maybe in like a leather sling or something. So cute. That's so freaking cute. Alright, I can't show my wife this because then we'll have more plastic in the house. at least in the short term. Trying to get the plastic down, guys, not up. This oh god, what the hell? My buddy has been talking about a game. It's like a... What the hell is it called? I'll have to... That's so cute. Now Litsy's giving me bad ideas. I'm just going to gently put that in there so I don't lose it and I don't cut myself. StellaArgentis.com, Collections Papunky. Oh, these are too cute. Oh my god. Guys. No, for real though? But this frog? Look at the texture on that. That's so cool. The neckerchief and the... Oh man. These are like push pieces. The Gecko Spearman. The Captain Frog. Oh. No, 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 don't do this. The Salamand. These are all super freaking cute. Here you go. Here's that cleric warrior. That's pretty cute. Aww. This Cascoda deserves it. Yeah, these are all really cute. Man. I'm gonna have to show the wife. I have to show the wife. And she's gonna be wild. I'll have to get some. Alright, do they sell the STL or do they is it just the display brings it to 30? Okay. It's pre-printed. Okay. Okay, yeah, display around 60 to 70 mil. So I mean 30 mil is pretty good. I mean that's a decent display piece, I feel. Their Patreon has STLs. Okay. Maybe I'll have to do that. Because I don't know where they're from. We're entering, sadly, they're Danish. I'm assuming. Ringsted. Okay. Yep. They got a My Manufacturer. This is perfect. The Stork is free right now. Oh no, it's donation for helping Ukraine. Yeah, I'll have to do that. I just hope my printer can do the detailed justice. Well, there's so many here too. Are they all here? That's perfect. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no! This mole scientist farmer is probably my favorite one so far. This is the cutest shit on the planet. No, you're good. But look at this guy. Look at this little guy. Look at this dude. I love it. He's got like a little, I don't know, possibly I don't want to say a mandrake, but some sort of tuber there. That's so cute. With the tiny little glasses. Oh, beetroot? Yeah, I guess it is. Got a penguin. The moth is really cute. I got too much stuff to do. God damn it. I want to do all the things. But really cute. I love that. Okay, so we're folded this way. Which means... I don't think it really matters which way we fold, but we are going to fold up like this. Well, the problem is I'm 3 kits behind. Like after I finish the tank ball kit, this I've got 2 plane models for AWOL troopers community build. This being one of them. Yeah, go eat, please. Sorry I kept you longer than anticipated. But if you or anyone else is interested, I know he doesn't have any videos out there, but go check out AWOL Trooper. Go check out his channel. I know he just got off, but he's doing an airplane build from 115 to 315, which is what this is for, and also just to get rid of some of my backlog. Another story time, short story time, so I can get back to the photo etch. These, I got about 10 kits gifted to me from a former coworker's. Oh, wait, I still got this thing up. Former coworker's dad had passed and had all these kits in the garage. He's like, "Hey, I'm not going to do these. Do you want these?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Give them to me. I'll take them." So he gave me a ton of kits, and this is just one of them. So I even offered. I gave one to a buddy of mine who I was like, "Yeah, come join this build with us. Here, have this." And he never built one. He's a marvelous painter and a very good. Once again, has a much better eye than I do. So it was fun seeing him do some scale model stuff. And I do find it kind of funny. Like, you see super talented painter types, and then they get a little thrown by a scale model, and you go, "What are you doing? You have all the ability for this. You have all the ability for this. What are you talking about?" It's just so different. Like, one of the things I found funny is they were especially if you come from like the gunpla side of the house, which a lot of folks do, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Oh man, I'm not used to this whole like painting in pieces and then assembling and doing all this. Oliver, do not chew on that book. There we go. All right, so there is our second frame. So the important thing is we get this. Man, this is sucky. This is so bad. Let me see if I can. Where did my thing go? Once they're this tiny, it's kind of a nightmare. All right. We'll start gluing. This boy is just constantly asking for trouble, I swear. Now we can't use our, to me, ultra thin because this is metal on metal, which means we have to use super glue or metal glue, but super glue is what we're going to use for this. So we're just going to run a small bead down this. Same with this side. Oops. Why are you mad? Why are you mad? No, come on. I wish I have little clamps, but they're too big. It's just really, I need like more delicate clamps. Like, for example, I want this to be clamped down. we go. More like, nope, not quite. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I didn't think it would. There we go. Maybe on this side? Alright. Well, there's that. Yeah, okay. Better than I thought. So cool. We have a flap, one flap. And I think we're going to trim the edges. I don't know why I just lined it up on the one edge. Like there's a slanted edge here, right? That I'm assuming this goes in, like so. And then there's like, I don't know, half of a little frame that pops over. But like looking like this, that doesn't make any sense. Like it's not, who knows? Who knows? But let's do this one. Bill's not so steady hands here. This will all be primed and painted, so. There we go. See where that gets us. All right. Holy mess. We didn't screw that up too bad. I think we said we were going to do it without and really just kind of try to suffer through. And see if we can get these maybe started today. Here are the ones I marked up, this one. Yeah, okay. So, the next step is going to be here. Now, I don't think... This is one of those things where it's almost better to have it actually glued together before you start futzing with it. But, like, this side is a little too tall. Which makes me wonder if this... Now, it doesn't look like I have to... I don't know, close that off. Like, I marked here where it would be if I had to, grind down the whole wing. But it doesn't look like that's the case. It looks like this just fits in there. Though, I still wonder if we should backfill it with something. I don't know. I guess we just learn. We live, we learn, we figure it out. Let's just get it glued, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, the worst we got to deal with is getting the landing gear in, but we can also kind of figure that out as we go. Didn't look too bad. I think with some futzing we could figure it out, to be honest. To be honest, I think we're okay. So I'm just gonna hit these pins real quick. Remember, we killed the one pin. That's gone. And then once we get this kind of lined up where we want it, we're gonna start hitting the cracks. Oh, come on. Just sit down. Behave for me. One of you things behave for me today. No, why would it behave? Why would any of it behave? Never. See? Yep. Exactly, Yona. Never. Wait, what? Sorry, babe, 1 second. Give me 1 sec. I'm holding this, and then I take a look. Let's see what's going on here with this. Yeah, son of a gun. No, no, no. Let me try. Hold up. Oh my gosh. 1 second, guys. Yeah, the event sub is being silly. Ooh. No, oh no, there is no TCR in 24 hours of Daytona. Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. Alright, let's see if we can get this going again. That's just me. Okay. Okay, my account's in, but now my bot account is being weird. Alright, we may have to mess with this later. Alright, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, Viv. I am so sorry. Trying to get this fixed, my dear. Okay. Let's see if I can post talk this. What about that? There we go. I only had to re-auth the bot. I only had to do some other things, but we got it. We got it sorted. I'm sorry. I don't know why it decided to be stupid this morning, but it did. We got it. We got it now. That's true, which is why he also has a perfect score. You don't get a sub, you don't have to thank anyone. Let me also be very clear here. We do appreciate every sub, bits, donation. We do appreciate all of that. Aw. Yeah, they do. You just need to stream more often. Though I can't really speak right now. I'm in bad record hell at the moment. Fisher is. Mostly due to work stuff. So, in a couple more weeks. Project got pushed 2 more weeks. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Viv save icon. That's good. I know I've said this a couple weeks ago already, but the project got moved again. It had nothing to do with me. Maybe a little bit to do with me, but... a couple weeks before that. Yeah, we were supposed to be live, project's supposed to be live, like, Monday, like this weekend, Friday. But then I got moved 2 weeks, so now it's like the 16th or something. Yeah, and really you can stream whatever. I may just tape this wing down. I don't know. If I can get more glue in here, I'm just going to tape this wing down. This is automotive lining tape is what this is. It's used for masking car, like doing pinstripes and stuff like that. This stuff is essentially the same stuff that Tamiya is. You don't need to spend as much money. You get a huge roll of it. It doesn't fit nice in the dispenser, obviously, but it is the same stuff. It won't lift your paint. I use it to hold down stuff like this when I glue. I highly recommend it. There we go. That should get us there. And then we can actually come around the backside like so. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Actually, where are my files? I don't know. People keep telling me they don't care what I do. So they're there for the personality. Which I am sorry for you lot. Hey, I think if anyone has any desire to stream, you should do it. It's pretty great. To share your time with people who share the same interests as you. Meet very cool people. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Viv's nailed it. You could just do photo editing. Like I watched someone work in Blender for like 4 hours one day. Like just they weren't even interacting. I was just watching them do it. Because I found it fascinating. I'd love to see you work in Photoshop. Because I think you pick up that's art stuff you're gonna do anyway, right? It's kind of like streaming the model building stuff. I'm not streaming this for the stream, or building this for the stream. I'm just building it. Like I was gonna build it one way or another. So why not stream it? You can always learn. You can always teach. That's probably my favorite thing about it. Oh, man, I watch you just to see how I can improve my driving. Yep, that too. Sweet, guys. We're coming together. Coming together, y'all. Yes. Oh, are you still in bed? I mean, probably. I don't know. Are you off work today? Nale. All right, I'm actually contemplating going ahead and throwing the chargers in here. God, that join looks like poopies. Look at that. That's poopies. Poopies, poopies, poopies. Looks a little better. Still feels. There we go. I don't know. The Prime will hide some of this, but not everything. Nice. All right. Yeah, hell yeah. Looking pretty good. There's still this bow in the wing. So, all right, let's see what this looks like now. As we try not to lose this in the wing itself. I mean, I think that's it. I think that's how we do. Just like so. But I mean, we're gonna have to get this as vertical as possible here. Alright, don't drop it, stupid. No, I said don't. I said don't drop it. So like this. There it is. Okay, so that's how we do this. Okay, yeah, alright. We could certainly try. What a pain in the ass. Oh boy, oh boy. Fennec foxes are the cutest. I wonder if there's a Fennec fox miniature in the collection Lissy sent. All right, dare we try it? I mean, I think at this point, man, we're in for a penny. Might as well, might as well. How bizarre, how bizarre. That actually looks pretty good. That's not going anywhere. That's fused well. Yeah. All right, let's see. Are we screwed on this? Nope, seems to be holding, so that's good. Who's Jonna? I'm not helping. Yep, there's still a bunch of like little flash. All right. Well, there is that. Wing. We have wing. There we go. I mean, we could certainly try. Let's... All right, here goes nothing. Oh, I just bent it. No, you gotta be shitting me. No. Oh, Phil. Oh, no. Stupid boy. All right. All right, guys. Hell yeah. There we go. What a nightmare, but there it is. It's there now. Now, now comes the real pain in the ass part. We glue all those little supports across the side like this. That's what we do now. What a nightmare. But, there. Alright. Hey, we're not doing too bad. And I think we could even get a decent, maybe sand up in here once this dries a little bit. We're gonna let this dry. I'll tell you what. What time is it? It's like almost 7:30. Let's see. Let's see what happens. I really should get going here. But we got our first wing put together. We got that. We got our flap set. So now we got our little flappies. Hey, come on. Come on. So once these are in, we'll be able to pin these up against the other things. I don't know. I do think I have to cut these. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut them. I think that's fine. That looks fine to me. We'll do the same over here. Though it didn't really lay down as I'd hoped. Let me see if I can get a little more in here. Alright, we'll let that one sit. But yeah, okay. Oof, not as much of a pain in the ass as I thought it was going to be. Oh my god. The build here. There we go. Well, I do want to thank you all for hanging out today. Let's go see who's out and about. But we got a good bit done. We're definitely getting closer to where I want to be, at least with this kit. Less pain, which is good, and it's definitely more fun. Now that I'm like, okay, everything's all right. Man, little touch and go there. Alright, I think we're gonna go see Mike. It's been a long time since I've actually rated Mike, so... yeah, I think that might be the way to go today. Yeah, everyone go say hi. Here's our raid message. Let's see if we can actually do this. All right, everyone. Till the weekend. Saturday. Games of our lives. If she's still up for it. I know she's been sick. Has been working on her The Last of Us episode. So come hear Viv gush about her favorite game of all time. She'll be The Last of Us. I actually have never played it, so this is good for me to learn a lot about why Viv loves this, and, you know, maybe get inspired to play it myself. I know. Well, sometimes it happens. But say hi to Mike for me, and we'll be back Saturday. Until then, take care of yourself, stay warm, feel better if you're feeling sick, and yeah, we'll catch you next time.